Well, welcome everyone to Biblical Foundation Genesis, the Book of Beginnings. What an honor. We're on class 107 in our slow walk through the beautiful book of Genesis. So we're going to start with a review of last week's material, and that is of Sarah's death and burial. And so, Lucas, can you kindly begin with Genesis 23:1 in English?
And Sarah was 120 years old. These were the years of the life of Sarah.
Muito, very well pronounced. E foi a vida de Sara 127 anos. Estes foram os anos da vida de Sara. Pedro, can you kindly read question A in English?
Yes, Sarah is the only woman in the Bible whose age at death is given. Why might she have received this honor?
Very good.
Thank you.
All right, so maybe someone remembers from last week. What do you think? Let's see. Lucas, do you remember from last week? Why might she have received this honor?
She is the mother of the nations.
Yes, very good. Well, we'll get to there's another word I'm looking for, but excellent response. I love it. You give a full sentence, but let's go ahead and then we'll confirm how close. But that's true also. What you said is true. So, Ellington, can you kindly read question B in English?
Okay. Abraham is often called the father of woe.
Okay. What do you think?
Uh, I don't know.
I remember.
Go ahead then, Pedro, please.
Abraham is the father of the people who believe in God.
Absolutely right. And so it's correct to say he's also the father of many nations, but he's even more important, he's the father of all believers, which is another way to phrase just a little bit shorter than how you phrased it. Uh, and so if he is the father of all believers, Lucas, let's go to question C. Can you ask that in English, please?
What does that make Sarah?
Okay. So Lucas, what do you think? So now that we have a little more information. So what does that make Sarah?
The mother of nations?
Well, that's what you said before, which is correct. But we just said that Abraham is the father of even better than many nations. He's the father of all believers. And so what is
Mm,
Sarah then?
Mother of all believers.
Yes, excellent. Okay. And here we are. We even have a verse to help confirm that. So, Pedro, can you read the mystery book, chapter 3, verses 5 to 6, please?
For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement.
Very good. All right, so I like asking Lucas. Lucas, do you know what the mystery book is there that your older brother just read from?
I'm not remember.
And so it's actually,
I
do you
I
remember,
think
Pedro?
Is it Hebrew?
No, it's your book. It's First Peter.
Ah,
So let me go to the Portuguese. Oh, here we go. And before I do, 3, 5. Oh, I think I might have gotten the wrong. So let me, so the verse says, whose daughters ye are. And so Peter is speaking to the believers. So he's saying, okay, whose daughters ye are. Okay, and it looks to me, my bad, as we say in English. I think oh, that's second Pedro. Okay, wait a second. I'm a little slow. Okay, yeah, okay, that's it. I found it. Porque assim se adornaram também antigamente as santas mulheres que esperavam em Deus e estavam sujeitos aos seus próprios maridos, como Sara obedecia a Abraão, chamando-lhe Senhor, da qual vós sois filhas, fazendo o bem e não temendo nenhum espanto. Okay, so I did have the right chapter and everything. All right, let's go ahead. So, Ellington, can you kindly read Genesis chapter 23, verse 2 in English?
and Sarah died in Kirjatarba. The son is Hebron in the land of Canaan. And Abraham came to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her.
Very good. Now, as often happens, the place names in English have a slightly different pronunciation than they do in Portuguese. And one difference is the emphasis is usually closer to the beginning. So instead of Hebron, it's Hebron, Hebron, and instead of Canaan, it's Canaan.
Canaan.
Yes. So the emphasis is the beginning of both of those words. And that difficult where she died, Kirjatharba. Kirjatharba, I think, but I'm not sure. Not an easy word. All right, so let me try that in Portuguese. E morreu Sara em Kiriat Arba, que é Hebron, na terra de Canaã. E veio Abraão lamentar Sara e chorar por ela.
I have a little suggestion.
Please.
I think you say view, but it is veio.
Ah, veio. Thank you very much.
What?
Okay, so Lucas. Lucas, our famous Bible verse reader, can you go ahead and read the next verse in Genesis 23, which are verses 3 and 4 in English?
And Abraham stood up from before his dead and spake unto the sons of Heth, saying, I am a stranger and a sojourner with you. Give me a possession of a burying place with you, that I may bury my dead on of my sight.
Beautifully pronounced. Thank you, Lucas. Depois se levantou Abraão de diante de sua morte e falou aos filhos de Et, dizendo: Estrangeiro e peregrino sou entre vós. Dai-me possessão de sepultura convosco, para que eu sepulte a minha morta de diante da minha face.
The word which you have been confused,
Yeah.
it is sepultura.
So I got it right at first. Sepultura.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. And so let's see. That was, oops, that was, okay. So Pedro, you're up next. Can you kindly read question D in English?
Will Abraham have any other possession as a stranger and a sojourner?
Very good. Okay. So I'm going to ask Lucas again. A yes or no answer. What do you think? Would Abraham have any other possession? Land, purchased, bought land as a stranger and a sojourner.
I think yes.
Well, I I think that's what you said last week. That's optimistic and hopeful. But in fact, he was such a pilgrim that the promised land was never his, just this little burying place. So, and so Ellington, can you kindly read Genesis uh, chapter 23, verses 5 to 6 in English?
And the children of Heth, uh, Esred, Abraham, saying unto him, Hear us, my Lord. Thou art a mighty price among us. In the choice of our sepulchres, burn thy dead. None of us shall withhold from three his sepulchre, but that thou mayest bury thy dead.
Okay. So those two verses had some challenges. On the first line, it's answered. And so it's like the W is silent. So you don't have to say answered. It's answered. In the second line, the first word it's thou. Thou art.
Okay.
And then in the third line, I think in the middle, you said from three, like one, two, three, but it's actually the. So no R sound. Maybe I heard that incorrectly. And then towards the end, thou mayest. I think you said
Okay.
mayest. So the A is quite open. Mayest bury thy dead. But English is complicated, and there's silent letters like that W, which we don't really pronounce at all. So, e responderam os filhos de Hete a Abraão, dizendo-lhe: Ouve-nos, meu senhor, príncipe poderoso és no meio de nós. Enterra a tua morta na mais escolhida de nossas sepulturas. Nenhuma de nós te venderá a sua sepultura para
Yes.
enterrar a tua morte.
Morta. It's Morta. There's a name.
Morta, isso. Okay, thank you. And so back to Lucas. Lucas, question E, please, in English.
People of Heth are called what?
Okay. So I know that Pedro got this answer correctly last time. Does anyone else remember the people of Heth are called what? And then their name is in a subsequent verse, a later verse. It's in verse 10. Say it.
Hittites.
Hittites, absolutely right. Thank you, Lucas. Excellent. Okay, Pedro, can you kindly read question F in English?
What are they offering Abraham?
Okay, so we have some florid, flowery language. But what are they actually offering?
They are offering Abraham possession by free.
True. And are they going to say, "Oh, you only can do this one. You no, 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 no. You can only take this little piece of land." Are they saying that?
No, they are saying that Abraham could choose which possession he wanted.
Exactly. So any of their sepulchers, any. So they have their own range of expensive caves for when they plan to die. And so it's like, well, I've done all this preparation, but you can have my sepulcher. No, no, you can have mine. No, you can have mine for free. So
Yeah.
they're like offering, wow. And so Ellington, can you kindly read Genesis chapter 23, verse 7?
Um, and Abraham stood up and bowed himself to the people of the land, even to the children of Heth.
Very good. Just that la one of those last words. It's even, not Evan. Even.
Okay, even.
Okay, let me try that in Portuguese. Então se levantou Abraão, inclinou-se diante do povo da terra, diante dos filhos de Et.
I have
All
a little suggestion.
Thank you.
In the beginning, it's
Hmm.
inclinose. You say with the emphasis in the syllable before, but it is inclinose.
Okay, thank you. Inclinou-se. Thank you.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
so Lucas, back to you. Question G, please, in English.
Abraham is entering into what kind of process?
Okay, that gerund, it's better. It's entering instead of entering. Entering,
Actually,
right? And so if you looked at the verb itself, it's to enter, and so you don't need to change the pronunciation when you add the ing to turn it into a gerund. So it's entering. Okay, so what do you think? What kind of process is he entering into?
mm,
What's the
a
word for? Yes, absolutely.
negotiation.
Perfect. Negotiation. And I would add a qualifier. It's an elaborate negotiation, right? Not just a short, simple negotiation. It's an elaborate negotiation. So let's see what happens. Uh, Pedro, can you kindly read Genesis chapter 23, verses 8 to 9 in English?
Okay. And he communed with them, saying, if it be your mind that I should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me and entreat for me to Ephron, the son of Zohar, that he may give me the cave of Machpelah, which he had, which is in the end of his field. For as much money as it is worth, he shall give it me for a possession of a burying place amongst us, amongst you.
Very good. The name of the gentleman, I think in English, instead of Ephron, it's Ephron. Ephron.
Ephron, okay.
Okay, so but it's hard to tell when it's but I'm pretty sure that's the way we pronounce it. All right, let me try that in Portuguese. E falou com eles, dizendo: Se hei de vossa vontade que eu sepulte a minha morta de diante da minha face, ouve-me e falei por mim a Efron, filho de Zoar, que ele me dê a cova de Macpela, que ele tem no fim do seu campo, que pelo devido preço, e é uma herança de sepulcro no meio de vós.
Okay.
All right, very technical. All right, so let's get to some new material and study of Sarah's burying place. And so, Ellington, can you kindly read Genesis 23, verses 10 and 11?
And Ephron dealt amongst the children of Heth, and Ephron the Whitey, Ashur, Abraham in the audience of the children of Heth, even of all that went in at the gate of his seat, saying, Nay, my Lord, help me. The field give it, and the caving that the dairy I give it thee in the presence of the sons of my people.
Okay, all right, very good. It froze a little bit. The first line, you have to pronounce the H of Hittite. So it's not Hittite, it's Hittite.
Hittite.
And the second line, remember, it's not Evan, it's even. So a strong open E at the beginning, even. Okay, very good. Let me try that in Portuguese. Ora, Éfron habitava no meio dos filhos de Heti, e respondeu Éfron a Heteu, a Abrão, os ouvidos dos filhos de Heti, de todos os que entravam pela porta da sua cidade, dizendo: Não, meu senhor, ouve-me. O campo te dou, também te dou a cova que nele está, diante dos olhos dos filhos do meu povo tá dou. Sepultra a tua morta. Okay, some
I
very
have
yes, please.
I have a little suggestion. The name in Portuguese, the emphasis is in the end, so it's Ephron.
Thank you, Ephraim. Much appreciated.
Welcome.
So very florid language there, very flowery. All right, so Luke, back to Lucas. Lucas, can you kindly read question 1 in English?
Why does the negotiation occur at the gate of his city?
Okay, so who remembers? I think we've discussed this before, but why? Why is the negotiation at the gate of the city?
It's because the people of that time were used to negotiate there.
Exactly.
So,
So it's the place for business and negotiations. You're right. For important business. Okay. So, Pedro, can you go ahead and read question 2 in English?
okay. What is Ephron offering?
All right. He says it all in a lot of flowery language, but at basically, what is he offering?
He's offering his possession, his land, freely to Abraham.
Absolutely right. And it's not just the land, but it's also the land and the cave or the sepulcher. Okay, so wow. And for free. What a generous man. Well, let's see if that's really the case. So, Ellington, can you kindly read the next verses from chapter 23, which are verses 12 and 13 in English?
And Abraham bowed down himself before the people of the land and he speak unto Ephron in the audience of the people of the land, saying, But if thou wilt give it, I pray thee, hear me. I will give thee money for the field. Take it of me, and I will bury my dear there.
All right. So at the beginning of the second line, I think it's spake. So that open A spake. You might have said
Take.
speak. Yeah. Uh,
Ah,
and
tá.
then one thing, Ellington, remember in English, you don't always separate pronounce each vowel. And so in the second to last line, I think you said, I pray thee hear me, but it's here. And so sometimes the second vowel is to help you know that the first vowel is open and strong. So it's hear me
Here,
instead of
okay.
heyar, heyar. So you really aren't pronouncing the A. And then the same with the second to last word. It's not dead, it's dead. Okay, so
Okay.
the A, neither of the A's are pronounced there. So remember, English is very irregular. All right, so let me try that. That is 12 and 13. Então, Abraão se inclinou diante da face do povo da terra e falou ao Efrom, aos ouvidos do povo da terra, dizendo: Mas se tu estás por isto, ouve-me, peço-te, o preço do campo o darei. Toma-o de mim e sepultarei ali a minha morta. Wow, that's quite a change. Okay, so Lucas, can you kindly read question 3 in English?
Why is Abraham refusing Ephron's offer and insisting on paying?
Okay, good question. Very well pronounced. Wow, what just happened? Ephron like offered a lot for free, and Abraham said, No, I want to pay. Okay, everyone's looking at each other. How about Pedro? Any ideas?
It looks like that Abraham wants to pay the price because he he didn't want that the people which were watching them, and also Abraham didn't want that they thought that Abraham have turned like rich or have gained the land by free. So
Okay.
like Abraham is being very very smart like this.
Mm-hmm. And careful, maybe. I think you used the word to have, and then you used the plural. Abraham have, but no, it's Abraham has. Okay, they
Okay.
have, you plural have, but singular, third person singular is Abraham has. Okay, I think he is being very smart. Now, there's also sometimes part of the answer is in the next verse, but uh, before getting there, I would just add, I think also Abraham was smart. He does not think that Ephron is sincere. Okay, he doesn't think that Ephron means it. All right, and so it's a complicated, negotiation in the what in Canaan, and you can't always believe exactly what the other person says. Okay? So he's not doesn't believe he's sincere. He offered big, but it's like he doesn't really mean it. But let's look at the next verse. So, and did I get the order correct here? So let's see. Ellington. Okay, so Pedro, can you read the mystery book, chapter 6, verse 14, please?
Okay. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness?
Okay, very well pronounced. So before I read the Portuguese, does anyone know what the mystery book is? This is a famous verse, famous and important verse for us all to know. But what book is that?
I don't know.
Is it Ephesians?
Well, close. It is Apostle Paul, but it's Second Corinthians. Second Corinthians. And so I'm going to read the Portuguese, and then let's discuss its significance. And there it is. Não vos prendais a jogo desigual com os infiéis, porque que sociedade tem a justiça com a injustiça? E que comunhão tem a luz com as trevas? Wow.
I have a little suggestion.
Thank you.
In the first part of the verse, it is jugo.
Jugo, you're right. Not jogo, jugo.
It is needed to differentiate from jogo.
You're
that is
absolutely
another
right.
thing.
Yep, I'm too used to saying jogo. Okay, so but let's look at that. So why is this a famous verse? What is the normal application for this verse?
By the context, I think the principal application is for the marriage.
Absolutely right, Pedro. So this is used as a very important verse to tell young Christians and not so young Christians, do not marry unequally yoked. Now, yoked, as you know, then it's like having two bulls, and if they're unequally yoked, then it's like, uh-oh. All right, then the cart's going to go like this. It's going to go wrong, okay, because they have to be going together. And so the analogy is believers cannot marry unbelievers. It causes a lot of problems, right? We can only marry other believers. So that's how the verse is used most commonly about marriages. But what is a secondary application? Do you think it's only about marriages?
No, probably not.
And what's the second application, a large application of this verse to our lives? What's another form of fellowship? So two people marrying, husband and wife, that's a form of fellowship. Are there other forms of fellowship?
Yes, like in the case of the text in Genesis, negotiation, also friends. So
Okay,
that's
you're absolutely right. Now I wouldn't go so far as to say we can't have unbelieving friends because we have to be able to share the word of God with other people. So, in fact, it's important that we have some friends that we who are not believers because they need us. But you said it. This is also used about business partners. All right, so doing a major piece of business with an unbeliever is a bad idea. Okay, so clearly, to enter into a partnership in a business, you don't want to do that with an unbeliever. In this case, it's only buying a piece of land, but it's an important piece of land. And he's closing a very important negotiation for the future of his family and for Israel. And so he doesn't want this negotiation to be poorly executed. Okay. Yes, you can buy land from an unbeliever, but you don't want to go into a situation where you owe the unbeliever. He would be in debt to Ephron because if Ephron gave it to him for free, then he would have a debt. He would like, oh, okay, I have to, do this for him. I have to do that for him, right? So in this case, it also is be very careful in a major negotiation, and particularly one of such importance for the future of humanity. Okay, so Abraham is a very smart man. So Ellington, can you kindly read Genesis chapter 23, verses 14 and 15 in English?
Okay. And Ephron, Asher, Abraham saying unto him, My Lord, hearken unto me. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that betwixt me and thee? Bury therefore thy death.
Very good, very well pronounced. And so let me try that in Portuguese. 23, 14, 15. E respondeu Efrom a Abraão, dizendo-lhe: Meu senhor, ouve-me. A terra é de 400 ciclos de prata. Que é isto entre mim e ti? Sepulta a tua morta. Okay, so let's go to Lucas for the last question of the evening. Lucas, can you kindly read question 4 in English?
It sounds like Ephron is being generous. What is the betwixt me and thee? But is he?
Okay, very good. It's a complicatedly phrased question. So it sounds like Ephron is being generous. What is that between me and thee? But is he? So what do you think? Because when you say, what is that between me and thee? That sounds like, oh, what is that? A small trouble. Small trouble. What is that between you and me? It's just a little, I'm only asking for a little compensation, like, a little sugar in my coffee or something. But does anyone know, is he actually being generous, Ephron?
I think no.
Yeah, me
Yes, I
too.
think you're
Yeah.
I think you're right, Pedro. And I'll tell you, I don't think it's easy for us to know whether 400 shekels of silver is a little or a lot. So to be honest, I depend on my Bible study, and my Bible study tells me that 400 shekels of silver is a very, very expensive piece of land. Okay, so you see what has happened? that Ephron offered it for free, but he was not sincere. And Abraham
Yeah.
smartly said, I don't believe him. I won't tell him this to his face, but I don't think it's sincere. On top of which, even if he is sincere, it's not a good place for me and my family to be. That we receive this hallowed ground, what will become hallowed ground, for free from a non-believer. So he insists on paying, and what does Ephron come up with? I want a ton of money. After all that flowery language. Oh, yes, this, that. Oh, of course. And them saying any sepulcher for free, any sepulcher for free. No, they didn't mean it at all. And Abraham knew it. He wasn't tricked. All right. He knew who he was talking to. And they were not believers. They were crafty. Okay, which is like experts, too expert. And so he offered what we call full price. He didn't offer half price. He didn't offer full, very full price. He paid a lot of silver for Sarah's burying spot. But now, do you know, is that burying spot only going to be for Sarah?
Oh, some of the descendants of Abraham were also
Yes,
buried there.
absolutely right, including Abraham himself. Okay, so it's a very important burying spot. Uh, and by the way, do we know where that burying spot is? If you go to the Holy Land, you go to Israel today, will there be someone saying, "Oh, here is Sarah and Abraham's tomb. Come visit Sarah and Abraham's tomb."
I don't know.
It's actually no. Its place, where it is a mystery. Okay. And maybe God uses all things for his purposes. Maybe Abraham's burying place would be turned into an idol, like idol worship. And also remember, he's the father of several religions. So Judaism, he's also the father of Christianity, but he's also the father of Muslim believers. And so that burying place might have become a battle place between Muslims and Jews because it's so important. He's the ancestor, the father of all believers, the father of all nations. So God decided, you know, we're going to let that disappear in the sand. So no one will fight over it, nor idolize Abraham or his wife or some of his children. Okay, so again, so at the very end of the class, I did a lot of talking. All right, which is harder to understand. But any questions or comments in English?
No.
All right.
So no.
Excellent. So I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you, everyone, for watching this recording. God bless you.